Hello everybody, welcome to our live. Today we are going to be doing a store-wide sale on eBay. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Good morning everybody. Today we're going to do live a store-wide sale on eBay. So if you have an eBay store, you're wondering how to do a store-wide sale, then let me walk you through that. We'll go step by step, every single step. I'll have it up on my screen. You can see exactly what I'm doing, and let's get to it. First of all, go to your eBay account. Then as you can see from my eBay account here, I have around $30,000 worth of inventory listed, 1,120 items. I have about $10,000 in sales, but that is 54% down from what my usual sales are. So we want to get those sales back up. Now we have 100% positive feedback. So it's not the feedback that's lowering the sales. It's me spending too much time on YouTube and neglecting my eBay store that's lowered my sales. So a lot of my fast moving items are depleted, and I didn't put fast moving items back on there. So these are mostly my slower and medium speed moving items. So I'm going to put a sale on blanket across the board, everything on there. Try to, instead of having 54% down. And it's not the market that's the problem, because you can see right here that the market is up 10%. So first we go up here to do this sale and go to my eBay, and you just hover on my eBay. Then you click on selling, which will bring you to the page we're already at. See, blam, this is your seller hub, and you're on your seller hub. Then you go to marketing, and you click that. And you go over here to the left hand side, and where it used to say Markdown Manager, now it says Markdown Old. So you click on that. Then you go over here and click on Create Sale. You can see this is the Marketing Tools page, and right here it's selected Markdown Manager, which is going to change. If it changes enough to where we have to do something different, I'll make a new video and show you the new way that they're doing things if they change enough. But for right now, we hit Create Sale. Okay, now you get to this Create Sale Event page, and it shows you that there's 3 steps left to do. Down here, you want to choose your discount. It's automatically set at 30%. We don't want to go that deep a cut. The last couple of times I did a sale, I did 10%, and that works. It does bring your sales up a little bit. If you want to choose, you can choose to take off a certain specific amount, which I don't want to do because I have a wide range of items, and I'm going to do a store-wide sale, everything all at once. So I'm just going to do and right now, since they're mostly slow and medium moving items, I'm going to do a 20%. All right. Then you go to the second step, which bottom right hand corner here. Let me just click this to Scene 3 so y'all can see the whole screen. Is that better? Now you hit Select Items. Brings you to this page, which you can select your items here. You have this other option here where you create rules and categories for 10,000 items per promotion. I have 1,100 items in my whole store, so I don't need that. I'm going to the 500 items per promotion. Select items. Now this next page, you're going to have to scroll down a little bit. Notice here at the bottom you have this thing that says back or confirm selections, and it says 0 of 500 selected. That means you can select as many as 500 items, 500 listings. I have 1,100 items in 332 listings, which means I have some of these items I only have 1 of, some I have 3 of, some I have 1 of, some I have 5 of, so on and so forth. Up here at the right under where it says items found, listings, you hit that right there where it says item, and it selects everything on that page. See, it's selected all of them. Hope this is not hurting your eyes moving this so fast, but it's a lot of listings, a lot of items here on my page. Now there's another selection in here where you could select, instead of a 10% off, you could just do a free shipping on everything, but I don't want to do that because I do free shipping across the board on everything that I've got. I've got some items in here that are very heavy and very expensive to ship, so I don't want to do free shipping on that, like this transmission case here, $259 and $38 shipping. For some reason, and I know you could bump the price up a little bit to around $290 and then do it free shipping and you'd be fine, but for some reason they just don't sell that well that way. They sell better at a lower price, with where the people can see just exactly how much of the money is going to shipping. So again, at the top here, you click right there where it says item and it selects everything. And if you look down here, you can see it's now got 332 out of 500. And hit confirm selections. That's got nearly everything in my store. And it says here, confirm your selections, 20% off. So again, it lets you know what your percentage you selected. And you could go down here if there's like, you want to select everything in your store except for 3 or 4 items. Right now is the time to do it, because right now you can go down through here and hit remove, remove, remove. You can just hit remove, remove, and remove whichever items you don't want to be on sale. And then hit save and review. I'm just going to leave everything on there. I want everything to be on sale. Now this page right here, you got some choosing to do. It's the last page. You want to name your sale event. You can see it's already give me a name if I want to use this name, which is save up to 20%. And I'm just going to shorten that to save 20%. On for sale items, for sale listings. Discount type, take 20% off each item, 332 items selected, include skipped items when they qualify, keep items in the sale and block revisions for price increases, and whichever one you want to choose. The date range. Now these date ranges are usually Pacific date time. I'm on Eastern time, but I'm not so much worried about the time as I am the date. And this would be what time it is on the west, well, yeah, on the Pacific coast, which would start the sale right now. So I'm going to leave it alone and let it start the sale right now. And then that would be exactly 30 days from now if I leave that alone. But you can do, if I remember right, up to 45 days. I'm going to make this end on Saturday the 26th. About 14 more days. See if it'll let me do that. Event description. I'm just going to copy this right here. The name. Put it right here. That's my description. And you're done. All I got to do is hit launch. These are the terms and conditions. Guess you wanted to read those. You can pause on those and read them during the Okay, it says my sale event description is not a valid description. So I took the 20% out of there. It didn't like that. And I hit launch again. And there it lets me launch. So there you can also see that if you're having trouble with it, getting it to launch, look for a place that's highlighted red and change something in that highlighted red area. Maybe it'll let you go ahead and go through with your sale. And that's really all there is to it. Now you've got a sale. Now your sales will go up. Hello, Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventure. It's good to see you. Okay, and your question is since it's just transmission stuff, how many sales a week do I get? Well, it's a roller coaster ride for me on transmission stuff. I mean, because there's everybody I know all too well that building transmissions kind of business is a roller coaster ride as well. There's nothing really consistent about it. You're either starving or covered up. And so, my customers' buying habits reflect that. And I'm usually either covered up with sales or hardly any. But it ends up working out to being somewhere between the range of 30 to 60 items a month during the slow times, and then anywhere from 60 to 100 items per month during the fast times. And as far as weekly, I mean, I get up one morning and my phone's going off. I've got it set to where my phone makes a noise when I get a sale. My phone could be going off all day, and that day and the next day I'm shipping all kinds of parts, and the next day it's nothing. And one of the things I'm going to do when it gets real slow is I can do a store-wide sale like that, or I can do what I'm going to do next off camera is I'm going to tear down some more stuff and get it ready and photograph it and list it on here, faster moving items, and that's going to make the sales go up. I don't know if you noticed on my first screen there, my sales were down like 54% of what they usually are. So, and that was my own fault from neglecting it, from doing too much YouTube stuff and things like that when I should have been putting more on my eBay store. because you can see there on the analytics, the market's up across eBay 10%. That's probably due to income taxes, people getting income tax money. So most people's stuff is up there higher. So now that we're done with that, I should do some shout outs for some of the people that have been commenting on our Sane Enterprises page. Starting with Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventures, since you're here. It's awesome. Thank you for commenting on our videos. That's not the right tab. We have in our comments, Auto Dreamer 77. Thank you for commenting on our page. Fam TV. Demon Durango. Ross K. Fode. Anandita Ghosh. DSW Joyride Productions. Hashtag Mopar Community. Vegan Kiwis to Pistachios. Ross K. Fode. DSW Joyride Productions again. Uzo Lou is here a couple of times. Muskie Hans. And thanks to hashtag I Am a Creator community, we met. And Popular Food is another hashtag I Am a Creator community member. Auto Dreamer 77. Blue Wizard Animations. Demon Durango. Us Loving Wanderlust. Ross K. Fode. I hope my live stream is doing better today than it was yesterday. Or was that the day before yesterday? Bubsification, what's happening in Chattanooga? And Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventures letting us know that Verdict Squad will be on Pusa Studios tonight at 8 p.m. And I'm assuming you're meaning Eastern Standard Time. Bubsification is out there working. It's in the stream and decided to drop in. Thank you for dropping in on our stream. We went over step by step. If you wanted to see the replay on here, we went over step by step exactly how to do a store-wide sale on your eBay store. Yes, Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventure has a great channel. But instead of just going through a whatever channel, I went through my actual channel and just went step by step and created the store-wide sale so y'all could see me doing it. And this is Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventures channel. Let's go check him out. See, I would recommend first video you want to see is his latest video right here, Craftsman Mud Mower Abuse. You'll like that. It's funny. He's part of a community that modifies riding lawnmowers and rides them around in the mud. And if you haven't seen that before, you're going to want to see it. Yeah, for some reason I just really felt tired last night, Reese's Mill, and I went to bed early. I'm glad I did. I still didn't skip the gym though. We went to the gym. Yeah, I think they're in the same time zone that we are in Ontario, here on the East Coast. This is Bubsification's channel right here.
I think he approves of the 143.
I'm gonna have to mute in case, because some people cuss and I don't have any of that on my channel. I keep my channel G, and I don't know if you do or not, but anyhow, this is something you got to watch out for. You see that the red is red again, and if you don't go back and check people's things, YouTube has a habit of undoing your subscriptions. And I think one of the reasons why they do that is to see if you're actually a networking community person into community building and networking, or if you're a sub for subber. Because if you're just a sub for sub, then chances are you're not going to go back to the channel. You're only going to go to people's channels once. You're only going to go to people's videos once. You're only going to sub once. And if they pull a lot of subs, and then sub for subbers get frustrated because they never go back, they never notice that they're no longer subscribed to anybody. And even if they did, they probably wouldn't care because they're just sub for subbers. And all they care about is getting a sub. They're not really worried about making sure that the other people they've subbed to they're still sub to. And that's why you'll see a lot of people that are sub for sub, and even people that aren't sub for sub, will have their sub thing on private. So you can't tell whether they're really sub to you or not. And that's one of the reasons why just being sub for sub doesn't work out. You got to do true networking and true community building like we do in the hashtag insane community, hashtag insane friends, the hashtag Mopar community, hashtag I am creator community. Stick with these kind of communities and work within them, because you'll get subs that stick, and subs that don't stick, they'll figure it out and they'll resub to you, and they'll take care of that. But don't use the word subs in your comments. You can use them verbally on your lives and stuff, and don't use support as just a direct substitute for the word sub, because it's not exactly the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. It's when you're actually supporting another channel, you're doing way more than just subscribing to it. You are subscribing to the channel, but you're doing a lot more than that. You're actually watching videos, and this one I can see here is fine to have on here. I don't see anything that's not family friendly on here. And with the sound off, if there's any cussing, it's not gonna end up on my channel because I've got it muted. And you can get a pretty good idea of what you're gonna see on Bubsification's channel by watching a video like this. It's a lot of fun in the dirt, which I'm sure Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventure can relate to. Auto Dreamer 77, hello, how are you doing? Good to have you here. Yeah, this is a great group of guys to have in the live chat, because I guarantee you from seeing all your channels that every one of y'all would enjoy each other's channels. We were just looking at Bubsification's channel, and you can see there's some off-road adventure going on here too. And they're in Chattanooga, in Tennessee. And you got Auto Dreamer here. He is not afraid to get dirty. And you can see not only some of his car stuff, but in his garage, some of the stuff that he's working on.
Hello,
See
YouTube.
the old truck,
to finally see
white
my face there a little bit.
F-150 that he got recently.
Yes, I'm in the shop, and I am working on my latest purchase.
Right there.
That whooped. All it
See,
really was,
and I support, like I said,
a couple of small vacuum leaks, I think. Although the one oxygen sensor doesn't look just perfect. Trying to finish changing the oil.
The whole video. That's not a sub for sub thing.
And
that's true networking and community building. And
put the,
not only will he watch your whole video,
right in the center there, so badly,
because they just don't do that. I had to
tear the filter down. And this
they're all about the quick fix.
Is what remains of the filter. And as you can see, I did successfully get it out. You know, and right there's a little guy that needs to go back in.
Hashtag Insane Friends. Hashtag Insane
This is a job. This is something you don't want to do unless you absolutely have to.
I am a creator community. All these people,
but as you can see,
are into giving.
I actually had to Dremel cut
what they want. They want
this plate right here,
shout outs. They want,
so I could pry the gasket up a little bit.
Subscribership.
Then it was still kind of very tight,
not sub for sub.
threaded onto the hollow stud here. As you can see, that's where oil passes through to get into the filter.
Means a lot more than just subscribing. And
threaded
it's not
on
just a
either side.
For the word subscribe.
And that's what needs to go back in.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's that interaction, how to do things, how to improve your videos, all that kind of stuff you just don't get from sub to sub, and that's why this networking and community building works so much better than sub for sub stuff. So that's why supporting each other works so much better than just subscribing to each other. Auto Dreamer 77 says the 54 Chevy is his dad's truck. His project, his shop. Okay. He lets me squeeze in there once in a while. All right, very good. Yeah, I did not know that. Thought that was your shop. It's a nice rotary lift. Those are my favorites. I had bought 3 or 4 lifts before I bought my first rotary. And then after I bought my first rotary lift, I bought nothing but rotaries after that. Ended up with 5 of those rotaries. Yeah, it's not. But I heard yours before, and hopefully you didn't say any cuss words on there. And it's actually done now. But thanks for telling me. I'm sorry. I hope y'all could hear me. You probably couldn't hear me because the speaker is near the microphone and closer to the microphone than I am. I mean, it's not absolutely necessary. I support some channels that have like PG stuff, but and that's perfectly fine. That's their choice. I like to keep all my stuff G because I have a lot of audience that has kids that start early, like I started my kids early in the shop, and I like to keep it family friendly for them because I like people to be able to, not so much the guys, but the moms sometimes kind of freak out over that. And I don't like the guys having trouble with their wives saying, why are you letting the kids watch that, stuff? There's cussing on there. I want them to not have any problem. And they can tell their wives, well, they're very clean on there. There's no problem with the kids watching it with me and that kind of on and anywhere near a lift, anywhere near tools. Yeah, any kind of repair work takes a lot of patience. It really does. And a lot of kids just don't have the patience for it. My daughter surprised me really early on. She's around 5 years old, and I didn't think she was going to have the patience for it. And I kept putting her off, putting her off. I finally gave her some parts to put together, some sub-assemblies from transmission I was working on, and thinking I was going to have to just completely redo it, let her do it. And I did take it back apart and go through it again, but she had put everything together perfectly. So that was surprising, and I wasn't so hesitant to let her help out after that. And she ended up doing a lot of work in the shop. My son did too, but he wasn't quite as enthusiastic about it as my daughter was. At least not at first. They're both on Sane Auto in the Jaguar videos, working on the Jaguar project. I think that was the last restoration project that they helped me with. They were teenagers by then. So I'm about to get off of here. I just wanted to go through that checklist, and here in case you want to pause and see my checklist exactly how to do store-wide sale. There's my checklist. And let everybody know how to do a store-wide sale and do my store-wide sale while I was doing it. And got that over with. And so I'm going to go change into my dirty clothes, and I'm going to get a bunch of parts ready and list those to further increase my sales. And I'll let y'all know later if I go from down 50% back up to regular amount of sales, if I get any increase. Okay, Wrestler Mania. Okay. Yeah, you were saying in another live that you were going to be doing a podcast. Do you have a date and everything on that? Because you can, I would put it, it's going to be easier on the replay. Yeah, you can put it here. You can say it here and let everybody know here in the live chat, but I would also announce it in the comments below the video when it goes to replay. Put it there too. And I have a much larger audience on Sane Auto channel, so you can put it there in the comments on the Sane Auto channel, and you can send me a message on Facebook, and I can see if I can let everybody know in the mastermind group on my other Facebook pages and stuff for you, and announce that for you. And then I'll have it in several different places, and next time I do live, I can announce it for you again. You're going to be on the podcast. Yeah, I can see how he likes that on the woodworking. My problem with woodworking was that I have such bad allergies, sinus allergies, not like food allergies or anything like that. Thank goodness I don't have that. I mean, I just have like sinus problems. And I like doing woodworking, but I can't stand to be around it for very long because it just kills my sinuses. And you can't do that very long with dust masks and respirators and stuff like that. You roast to death trying to do any kind of carpentry, woodworking and stuff. But I do it. You know, I've added rooms onto the house and stuff like that. I've built whole sheds, built a whole garage in my East Ridge house, that kind of thing. But it's painful. So, but it is quicker to, you see a lot more progress in a lot bigger area in a lot shorter amount of time when you're doing carpentry. Whereas on auto repair, it can seem like you're just working on the same thing forever. And then something can go wrong and you might have to just start all over again. Especially with the transmission repair. You either score 100% or you start all over. And you can be more damage. You're going to have more damage than it did when it first came in. Just from one little mistake. Oh, yours is so bad you've got COPD too. Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, I don't have COPD, but sometimes my sinuses are bothering me enough, it makes me snore so bad that it's like I've been at one of the Taekwondo competitions and my whole face is just sore. Like somebody's been beating on it when I wake up in the morning. If I don't wake up in the middle of the night with a headache. It's kind of swollen right here on this side today. Yeah, it does. You don't really see as much progress. You have to really mentally force yourself past that. It takes more effort, more mental effort, because You got to force yourself past the fact that you're not seeing a lot of progress. And I use some tricks, like when I'm going after a particularly difficult one, and I had to teach this to hundreds of young men, is to stop looking at, like when you're going to take a front wheel drive out that's got like 48 to 60 bolts. Don't look at it as this whole big transmission and 48 to 60 bolts, this whole big project that you got to do. Look at it as you're going to take 4 bolts out, you're going to set them down nice and neat, and you're going to do that like 10 times. Just like you're doing like 100 push-ups, you're going to do 10 push-ups 10 times. You're going to do 4 bolts 10 times, and then you got 40 bolts. And then by the time you get down to that last 10 or 20, it's no big deal. Wrestler Mania is going to be on the Coach Eli YouTube channel. I did a live to tape podcast that will go live on his channel Monday, 4/16. Also spoke about the hashtag I am a creator community. Very good. Autism awareness and other things. Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventure does some woodwork. His dad finished up the Ark of the Covenant about a month ago for the church. Oh, wow. Should maybe video that and let us see what it looks like. Yeah, as long as you can get around and do some things and make things better, then yeah, you've got that, you get that feeling of accomplishment. Yes, each bolt is a victory. You have that problem more than I do, Auto Dreamer 77, with each bolt could be stuck and need to be drilled. And I'm so thankful being here in the South that I don't have nearly as much of that, because whoo, that is one of my least favorite things, is having to heat and extract or drill and extract. Those kind of things, I really, really do not look forward to that. And up north, when you've got a lot of rust and things, I'm sure you have to deal with that quite a bit more than I do. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go get dirty. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for supporting hashtag Insane Community, hashtag Insane, being our hashtag Insane Friends, hashtag I am a Creator Community, and hashtag Mopar Community. You're all a bunch of great guys. We really appreciate you. And yes, Auto Dreamer 77, I also use a oxyacetylene torch. The same thing. And because the other stuff just doesn't do it, like propane and stuff that's just not hot enough. And there again, another reason why I always say on that Sane Auto channel, when I'm doing repair videos and stuff, warn people, if you're not ready to be burnt, bruised, or bleeding, just don't do this kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, just pay somebody to do your auto repairs. Because I could have told everybody perfectly exactly how to do it just right, and you're still going to get hurt. You're going to get, if nothing else, you're going to get burnt with some slag. Y'all have fun. Appreciate y'all coming to the live. Hope some of this helped. And remember, put your any announcements, anything you want announced at later times, put them in the comments below the video. And I am on, well, obviously Victor Sane on Facebook, and I think it's Sane Auto on Twitter. It's either Sane Auto or Victor Sane. Something. I try to keep it simple so that I'm easy to find, and so it's easy for me to find my own channels. And I have a Sane Auto Facebook channel as well for announcements of stuff like car shows and cruise-ins and things like that. Lots of people put car shows and cruise-ins on there. Ah, yeah, you say it's an update and not a how-to. Yeah, that kind of helps with the disclaimer thing and all that. Yeah. Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventure. It's massive. I can't remember what book in the Bible came out of, but tells you the measurements of it. So Dad was able to do it exactly the right size. Oh, wow. That is definitely video worthy right there. That would really be something to see. So if you decide to video that and put it on your page, I look forward to watching that video and see what the arc looks like. Yeah, that's exciting, isn't it, Auto Dreamer? It's, okay, well, guys, thanks for being so great in the comments and everything. You certainly made this a much better live show, and I appreciate it. I thank you for being here. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to get changed and get dirty.